Hello, since we are in quarantine and I have some free time, I decided to share some of my experiences with jewelry designing. So, first of all, I'm not a professional nor a teacher. I just decided to shoot these little videos so I could help other students like me or share some information with you guys out there. I will try and post more videos in the next weeks, and if you will have any questions or any recommendations, please use the comments so everyone can read them. For all who found this video, thank you, and stay safe, stay healthy, please. So this is our software, Matrix 9, and first things first, when I opened this for the first time in another computer that is not mine, or I start working at a company or at the school, I try and arrange things as it will be easier for me the way I got used to it. The black background is a no for me because when I work more than 2 hours my eyes start hurting and I prefer it gray. So I go to File, Properties, and when this document properties pop up, I go here to Appearances, click this little button, and in Colors you can arrange basically any color you want, like change the background, the major grid line, the minor one, and anything else. But if you go ahead and click Restore Defaults, it will go to the default gray color, which is better for my eyes. And then click OK. So here on the left we have some menus, like the main menu, where you can find the commands. Under that, the display menu, the snaps, info and settings, layers, and projects. So when we go to choose a command, like if we go to setting and then prong adder, this will open its menu down here, so you will need to press and hold the right click on your mouse here on this gray side and then move this all the way up to access it, and this loses some time. So not to do this, I usually take these menus, the snaps, the info and settings, the layers, and the projects on the right side of the screen. And if you want this to be your default, you can go to View and then go down to Matrix Menus and use this Set as Default button. This way, each time you open your Matrix software, the menus will come back like this. We have our menu and display on left, the rest on right. This is what I pretty much do when I start using the program for the first time. And now let's go ahead and do one simple ring to start the practice. First of all, I will go and turn on these three snaps, and if you want to see what they are called, you can check on your left here, main menu, right next to this. When you hover over any command, its name will write up there. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a ring rail, which is basically a curve. You can use this button on this menu here, which is called ring rail, and there's also the same one in tools and ring rail up here. And when you open this for the first time, you will see that it's USA. I usually do this Swiss. It depends on your customers or your finger size. And let's go ahead and choose something like this, Swiss 15. You can find the chart, a ring chart, easily on Google if you search for a ring chart. And then to make this ring, you will need a stone, obviously. So we'll go to gems, which is right here. And the first command in this menu is the gem loader. Here we have different shapes like round, oval, cushion square, princess, and all sorts of gems. Let's go ahead and choose the 1 carat, which is approximately 6.4 or 6.5 millimeters. It's approximately 1 carat of diamond. I'll choose this. Okay, and now this is the ring rail. We will have our finger in it. And to move this stone up, you can either use the gumball, which are these arrows. You can just press and hold and then move it up or left. And if you don't like something and you want to go back one step at a time, you can press Ctrl Z on your keyboard, or you can use these two arrows to go back and forth in your actions. If the gumball isn't visible for you, it's under this menu on your right side, info and settings. It's this little button over here. You need to turn it on to work with the gumball. Or we can also use this command right here. It's called move, and it basically moves something from one place to another. This you should keep in mind. So if you want to move this stone, you just need to choose it and then click this move command. And now we will click somewhere outside of this design. So here, and pressing and holding the shift key on the keyboard to make it going up straight, I will move it up like so. Each of these boxes is 1 millimeter, so I moved this up 1, 2 millimeters, 2.5, and we have a little border here, so about 275 or 3 millimeters. If you want to measure this, you can go to dimension, which is up here, choose linear dimension, and click the end of the stone, and then click your ring rail. Now when you move your mouse to left or to right, you will have that dimension, so it's 2.82 millimeters high. Okay, now we will go to tools and profile placer. This will pop a box on your left side, and everything in Matrix will tell you what they want. So we have one box here which wants a curve, so we will need to choose the curve, the ring rail, and then click this little arrow right under the box to work on with it. Now it gives us a profile. Let's talk more about profiles. I'm going to hide this stone for a while. Click the stone and then go here to layers and hide it. Now this is our ring rail, which is basically the size of our ring, the inside, and this is our profile, which will be the shape of the ring. Now if we were to sweep this one all around the ring, we'll have the ring itself finished. So you can go ahead to surface, and we'll use this sweep one command, is the first one. If you click it and then check up here in this box, it's asking you for a rail. It says you select rail, so you will go ahead and select the rail, and now you will need to select the cross section curves, which are the profiles. You will need to click this yellow profile, right click once, which will give you an arrow. We'll talk about this little arrow later, and one more right click, and okay. So this is a simple ring. It's big, looking like a wheel or a tire or something, but don't worry, we'll make it prettier. This is how profiles and sweeping works. Now let's delete these. To delete it, you will need to click it once, left click, and then press delete on your keyboard. And to delete this profile, we'll do the same. Choose it by clicking left click and then deleting the profile. Let's do something prettier. Let's bring back the stone first. So we'll need to click show here. Okay, let's choose this ring rail, put it in this box so it starts working. Now if you want to change this profile, you will need to click inside this box called edge profile, and you will have this window popping up. You can choose another profile in this window. Let's go for this one. Now you can see that it's changed here. Now let's type some measurements. So here we have 9 boxes, and each of them is changing an option for the profile. The first one is the width, so we will type in 3 and hit enter on the keyboard. This is the width of the profile. And for the height, I will go ahead and type 1.75. You need to be careful while typing this because you need to type dot, the comma doesn't work, and then hit enter. So we have our first profile. To have it there, you will need to press this add button right here. Okay, now we added this yellow profile, and now we want 2 more up here. So you can go here with your mouse. Right in the middle there's this little red dot, and when you hover over it says position on curve. You want to press and hold your left mouse button and then move it up like so at about 37-38%. And if you want to change this manually, you can always use this eighth box. You can type here 38, enter. Okay, and we want to have one more right on the opposite side, like mirrored, so you can use this add mirror button over here. And to finish the command, we will use the right click. Now I will make this perspective screen full by double clicking here. Now it's a full screen, and if you want to pan your screen to the right, you will need to press and hold shift on your keyboard and also right click on your mouse while moving the screen. Otherwise, if you don't hold shift, you will just rotate the screen around like a ball. Now we need to sweep this half of the ring. It's actually 3 parts, not half. So we'll go surface, sweep 1, and then we'll select rail, this one. Select cross section curves. We'll select these in line, like starting from here, going down and then going up again, and right click. Now you want to check these arrows if they're looking the same direction, and if they're on the same direction you will need to do one right click and then hit OK. And let me show you what happens if they're not in the same direction. Let's go one more time. Surface, sweep 1, select your rail, select the profiles 1, 2 and 3, and let's say this was on the other side, so one click on it and it turns to the other side. Now I will go right click, OK. Now the profiles, they are turning when they go down, so you have a knot, which is not what we want here. This will be the problem. And also if you fail to choose them the proper way, you might end up with something like this. Also need to be careful about choosing the right shapes with their right line. So let's go sweep 1. This is our rail, and then profiles 1, 2, 3. Right click one more time and OK. These are the tips. Now we will need to do 4 prongs to hold this stone in position, and for that we'll go to this looking down screen and we will draw 4 circles on each side of the stone. Now to do a circle, we'll go to curve and then press circle right here, click somewhere empty, and then we'll type, it started working, we'll type 1, enter, which will give us a circle. Now we will click this and use this gumball to put this circle on this 45 degrees of the stone. You can see it, you can start from the middle and there's this line going there. We'll put one here, yeah, and now we will mirror this to the other side. And to do that, you can click the circle and then go all the way here to mirror, Now it's asking us for the start of mirror plane, and in our case it's the middle point of the whole design right here. So you can type 0 on your keyboard and press enter. As you can see, it started mirroring to the other side, and to make this straight you will need to press shift on your keyboard and left click. Yep, let's do that again. We'll choose them both now. So choose this one, pressing and holding shift to choose the other one as well. And now we'll go all the way up here to mirror, and our starting of mirror plane is 0, enter. And now you can see the mirror is working, and when we go there you can press and hold shift to make it straight and click with your left mouse button. Now the mind can start a bit late of thinking three-dimensional. As an example, now we're on this looking down screen and everything looks perfect. But if you go to perspective, you can see that these circles, they are in the 0 point in the middle, and we will need to take them up. So for that, you can go to through finger, or you can double click here to see all of the screens again. And we will choose all of these little circles, and we'll move them up like so. We will talk more about history later. For now I'm just clicking to show this message again, and okay. So this is what we did. We moved all 4 of the circles on top of the stone. This is the table of the stone, it's called the table, and they're a little bit higher. Now comes the magic. We will choose one of those profiles, and pressing and holding shift we will choose a circle which is on the opposite side of this ring, of the stone actually, and then we'll go to surface and we'll use this profile sweep command. This is one. Let's do the same for the other sides. Let's choose the profile, let's choose one opposite circle, and then click profile sweep. We have two. Let's do the same for the other side. Choose this profile, and when it goes tricky like this you can always come closer, click it, and when this menu pops up, it's telling you that where you clicked there is a curve, a profile, and 2 poly surfaces. Which one would you like to choose? So we want this yellow curve and this one. Again, when I'm panning the screen, I'm pressing and holding shift on my keyboard. Let's choose this profile and this curve here, and then profile sweep. This is a simple ring. Yeah. Now, an easy trick for you. I deleted all 3 and we have just one profile which is going to be a prong for the stone. You can actually mirror this the same way that we mirrored those circles. So you can choose it and then go mirror, and on this screen you can type 0, enter, and now we're mirroring the prongs itself. Now we'll do the same for the both. I'm choosing the profiles, heading here to mirror command, and then typing 0, enter on my keyboard, pressing and holding shift to finish the mirror. It's also possible. Now as you can see, these prongs are empty inside and they are planar, which means they are just straight cut, and we can use this command here which is called cap planar to cap them, which is the matrix version of making them a solid. I chose everything and then pressed cap planar, which caps them. And now to fillet the edges, to make these rounds on top, you will need to click this fillet edge command here, and then we'll type 0.4, enter, And to make things easier, you can go to this through finger screen, choose everything from left to right, like so, and then right click twice. Well, this will be the end for the first video. I will try and film more, and if you have any questions, you can ask in the comments so everyone else can read. And if you have any suggestions, also feel free to contact me. I hope we'll see each other again.